I think I talked about this before, didn't I? Does anybody remember what this is called? Cover. And in Greek, we call it kalima. And the plural, because you never have one kalima, they always comes in pairs. They always comes. Yes, that's good grammar. I speak English good. They always come in pairs. You have a kalima for the disco, for the paten, and a kalima for the potirion, for the cup. So you have a cover for each of them, and then you have a larger cover, which is called the ayir, which I'll talk about another time, which covers them both. But I want to talk about these especially today, because today is a special Sunday. Does anyone know what Sunday it is? Sunday. Good. Game night. That's later. It is the second Sunday after Easter. And on each of the Sundays after Easter, we celebrate something special. So the first Sunday after Easter is the Sunday of Thomas, who reached out and touched Jesus, remember? And that's important because he touched him, he saw him. The next Sunday, which is this Sunday, is the Sunday of the myrrh bearers. And if you look in the narthex, you'll see they're all gathered there and they all have names. You have Maria, Panagia, the mother of the Lord, and you have Mary Magdalene, and you have cousins of hers, Mary, the wife of Cleopas, and you have Joanna, who is related to somebody else, and you have Mary, the sister of Lazarus, and her sister Martha, and then you have the two men, Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, who was a secret disciple of Jesus, and they all are carrying little flasks, little jugs, little containers in which you have the myrrh. And we remember them because they were the first ones to see that the Lord had risen, because they went to the tomb early in the morning while it was still dark, carrying the myrrh because they were going to open the tomb and they were going to bury Jesus correctly. They were going to anoint his body with the oils and with the myrrh and cover him properly and prepare him for burial, because it had been a hurry-up job, because they had to take him down from the cross before the sun went down, because when the sun went down it was the Sabbath day and they weren't supposed to work. Right? So what does that have to do with this? Well, I'll tell you, unless you don't want me to. And even if you don't want me to, I'm still going to tell you. People who love Christ, who believe that he is real, are always concerned with treating him with respect. They don't want to hear his name used wrongly. They don't want to see holy things mistreated. This is why in the church we have an iconostasis, we have rails, we have all of these barriers to remind us that what is inside is holy. And here's the strange thing. Those who are concerned with covering the holiness of God, with reminding themselves and everyone else that what we are encountering is not of this world, and yet the stuff of this world is being made holy by one who comes out, who comes into the world from outside, by our Lord. They are blessed to see miracles. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The myrrh bearers were the only ones who cared about Jesus' body. So they went and they anointed him when everyone else forgot him. And that means that because of their love, they were the first to see him risen from the dead. Those who honor and respect and fear the presence of God in the church are blessed to understand, are blessed to see and hear and experience miracles, to see and encounter the very presence of God. But if we consider the presence of Christ just a normal, everyday, common thing, that's what we're going to get. We're going to dismiss and explain away every miracle, every wonder, every blessing, because we're not ready to see But if we can understand that the Lord is holy, and that the holy things, the mysteries that we receive in the church must be covered, must be treated with respect, then we will be able to understand. Then our eyes will be able to see, and our ears will be able to hear. So if you ever wonder why in the world the priest is so particular, make your cross, bend your knee, close your eyes, bow your head, close the door, open the door, carry the candle, all of the particular things that especially the altar boys know, I'm picky about. The reason is we must remind ourselves with every word, with every action, that what we do is real, that the God we worship is real, that the miracles we proclaim are real. Because if we live in this way, if we dedicate ourselves to Christ, we too will be blessed to see Him risen from the dead, bringing glory and joy to us and to all the world. So, that's why I talk about the Kalima again on the Sunday of the myrrh bearers. So remember, it's called the Kalima, and it means the holy things must be covered because they are holy, because they are real, because they are the presence of Christ in our midst. So let's stand up and let's take communion.